and it's not built for all of the nuances that we talked about for that particular market, and re-engineering it to do that, that wasn't a thought. So they're just like, it's going to cost more money to adapt the current system than it would to just be to build a new system. And we see that a lot. We see a lot of companies just rebuilding the same system and over again because they just, this is how they went. And that's very normal. I think that's just how business works. It's hard to have that foresight, but that's where we step in and can help and say, wait, well, we can sort of salvage this. We build a lot of modular parts. So when we build you a service, there's a transcoding service that is just for transcoding. It's got nothing to do with, this being a 4K US based service. It'll transcode anything from, high end Marvel movies all the way down to your back catalog. And so when you pivot and you want to do fast and you need something built for that, this is built for that. It's built to be efficient at all levels. So that's how we come to the process. We're trying to help think about what's your problem now, but also how will this be useful in the future for you? So we don't have to come back in 4 years and build it again and build it again. I spent a lot of time in the industry doing that, and we're just reinventing the wheel, and we're trying to sort of solve that problem for people.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's fascinating. I a number of years back spent a considerable amount of time selling into the studios and dealing with all of the technology heads of the studios. And this is back in 2012, 13, 14, 15, which is now more than 10 years ago. How time flies. But that was, for some of the studios, that was exactly when they were dipping the toe in the water of going direct, taking their content direct. So, they had been licensing out content onto even Netflix for 5-6 years at that point. Absolutely. So it wasn't the streaming itself was new, but many of them were just, hey, we're in the licensing business. We license to the distributor, and then it's on them to make money. And I know you and I had talked the other day as we were preparing for our conversation about the fact that, what you build for, a major tentpole movie, let's just say Spider-Man, the infrastructure and the technology you build to deliver Spider-Man and all those kinds of movies suddenly just doesn't work. Not that it doesn't technically works fine, but it doesn't work economically when you say, we've got this massive back catalog, that we can monetize with fast or with some other, free, or, maybe with a subsidized type subscription fee, very low subscription with ads, kind of an offer.